Hey guys, it's that Dividend guy coming at you with another stock market news update. So it's been a while since I dove into the AT&T's DirecTV sale. So I wanted to jump into that because the last time there were a couple of bids, but there was nothing really concrete. But I guess there's been a new report. Warner Media's parent AT&T has received bids for DirecTV that value the satellite broadcaster at more than $15 billion, according to a report Wednesday in the Wall Street Journal. The shares were up more than 2% in a down market. Later in the day, the highly indebted company announced the sale of its popular anime business, Crunchyroll, to Sony's Funimation for close to $1.2 billion. Two of the bids for DirecTV came from private equity firm Apollo Global Management and from Churchill Capital Corp. SPAC, or Special Purpose Acquisition Vehicle, run by former media banker Michael Klein. The Wall Street Journal said there are a glut of these so-called bank check firm looking for companies to acquire and take public. It said a deal could potentially close early next year. So AT&T is aggressively paying off their debt. Elliott Management, or Elliott Partners, a big firm, bought a bunch of shares in AT&T and kind of flexed and made them promise to pay off their debt. And I think that's a good strategy. And they also just announced that they froze their dividend, which I think is a part of them paying off their debt. But I was not aware that they sold Crunchyroll. That was a huge, that's big. A lot of people like Crunchyroll. A lot of people subscribe for Crunchyroll. A lot of people are anime fans. So that should help pay off some debt, as well as whoever ends up buying DirecTV, just that part of the business, that subsidiary of AT&T and Warner Media, that should help pay off debt as well. So it seems like AT&T is aggressively paying off their Warner Media debt that they got when they did the acquisition, and I think that's phenomenal. I think that's the best thing for the company right now. I'm not a big fan of a dividend freeze, but I do understand that with them doing that, they're making the business healthier, and we could see more prominent dividend growth in the future due to them scaling back a bit, sacrificing the short term for the long term, which is what they should have done in the first place. DirecTV was a bad buy when they bought it. The world was kind of going towards streaming anyway. When they bought DirecTV, they bought it overpriced. And I don't understand why they did it. Maybe they thought that the subscriber base would stay, prominent, and it really hasn't. A lot of people have shifted, cut the cord, and went to a streaming service. Even the sad thing is, even with HBO, AT&T itself has been more interested in streaming than it has been in DirecTV. So if you have an asset that you're not really willing to put more time and effort into, you definitely need to sell it. They're focused more on streaming, which they should have done in the first place. They should have never touched DirecTV, in my opinion. But it's good that they're going to get something out of it. I think they paid like $21 billion or something like that for it, maybe even more. I'm not sure on the number for the amount that they bought it. But I know that they're at a loss at $15 billion. But they sold Crunchyroll. I'm guessing that they're using that money to pay off debt. And they also now have two open bids for DirecTV, and it did say that it could potentially close as early as next year. So that's good. They sold off an asset that's been declining, and hopefully they use that to pay off debt. Hopefully the dividend freeze and them not allocating more towards the dividend payment will also go towards debt. I think this is overall, for the grand scheme of the company, I think it's the best possible move. I think it's the best financial move, and I think it's the best thing that management has done in a long time. So if you guys are AT&T shareholders, how do you feel about them selling Crunchyroll? Are you excited about them getting rid of DirecTV? I know I am. But with that said, guys, thank you so much for watching. Remember to hit the subscribe button, and when you do, hit the bell notification. I do videos like this all the time. I do portfolio updates. I did both the DoorDash and Airbnb IPO, then Tesla videos, Warren Buffett videos. I do a bunch of content. So if you guys like the stock market and keeping up to date with it, make sure you hit the subscribe button and the bell notification so you don't miss any updates. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next stock market news update. Take care.